speaker on the first debate tonight, Ami Yagnik, spokesperson of the Congress. From Ahmedabad, also from Ahmedabad, we have BJP leader Jainarayan Vyas and also representing the BJP, GVL Narasimha Rao. Our political editor, Navika Kumar joining us, and Kamal Farooqi, member of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board. If we can come straight to you first, Ami Yagnik, the big question that we're asking on Newshour tonight: is this, the riots of 2002, really the only weapon the Congress has left against Narendra Modi? Why is it being raked up time and again when it hasn't worked for you in the past? It didn't work in, the assembly elections of 2013. It didn't work in Gujarat in 2012. Why is the Congress banking on this so much?
See, there's no question of raking up or banking on the 2002 issue. The 2002 issue is a major issue because the PM candidate is from BJP and he happens to be the Chief Minister of the state where this pogrom happened in 2002 on February 28th.
So is 1984 not an issue?
There are 9 cases of riots going on.
Is 1984 not an issue, Ami Yagnik?
1984, we are coming to this.
Why? Shouldn't that be answered first? Before you rake up 2002, shouldn't those questions that remain unanswered for the last 30 years be answered first? Why does the Congress deflect those answers?
You're wrong. Two answers on that. First, the 1984 issue is there. The Honorable Prime Minister Sonia Ji have apologized for that in open parliament.
Is an apology enough?
Second, the cases are going on.
Expression of regret came how many years later? Expression of regret came how many years later? Apology came how many years later? And does that erode away the 2,000 odd lives that were taken away?
You cannot cancel another wrong.
So first, write the verb.
You cannot take the shelter of 1984 to hide your 2002 pogrom.
You cannot deflect 1984 and break up.
By the same yardstick, you cannot ignore 1984 if you cannot ignore 2002.
1984 is not ignored. It is there. The commissions, there have been several committees.
Yeah, and it's been pushed through the committees. It's been pushed through the committees. Nothing has been done about it.
Here is a case that the state government is completely protecting all its state machinery, using the state machinery for conducting program, and that is why
everything that you point fingers at the BJP comes boomeranging back at the Congress. If you're blaming a state, we are questioning the center, the Congress government in power at that time. What was it doing? And what has it done over the last 30 years to fix accountability?
There are several cases going on and the accountability has been fixed.
Where has it been fixed? Where has it been fixed?
Have been hauled and they have been pushed into jail.
If the accountability was fixed, then why were some of the accused leaders allowed to get ministerial berths, contest Lok Sabha elections?
Morally, legally or politically, and is still aspiring to be a PM candidate to become the Prime Minister, and that is why the question of 2002. Why are you not being honest with the people of this country?
Is the Congress being honest?
Ami Ben Yagnik, the real question, Ami Ben Yagnik, is the fact that Rahul Gandhi in his interview to Times Now clearly admitted that there could be the involvement of some congressmen in the riots of 1984. Tell us one congressman who's paid for it, one congressman who's gone to jail, one congressman who's not been considered despite his involvement in the riots. Jagdish Titler's name comes up before every election. So how can the Congress really say that it has a clean record as far as the 1984 riots are concerned?
Congress has not said that it has a clean record. Congress has said that we are apologetic about the 1984.
So if you do not have a clean record, what business do you have pointing fingers at Narendra Modi?
Who are named have been facing legal charges. And if we want to talk about 1984, then we have to talk about 2002, because 2002, whenever that issue is raked up, you bring 1984 as a counter, like it's a counter affidavit in court. By that, you cannot brush or put everything under the carpet. What has happened
the same applies to the Congress, isn't it, Miss Ami Yagnik?
That's not the point, Ami Ben Yagnik. The point is you are admitting. Are you admitting that there could be the involvement of some congressmen? And if that is the case, then how can the Congress take a high moral ground when it comes to riots and actually point fingers at Narendra Modi? The Congress, least of all, has no business to point fingers at Narendra Modi if your own record in 1984 is not clean. That's the only point that we're trying to make.
Yes, that point is that if we have to talk about 1984, when Rahulji said that probably some congressmen were involved, I think you have to take it as a fair statement, and that the committees and the commissions and the legal trials have been taking place. Some of them have been booked.
But that statement doesn't work towards justice. 10 commissions have been formed since 1984.
Why do you hide everything?
No
about
action's been
2002?
taken, Ami Yagnik. Well, that statement only certifies exactly what the BJP has been saying, what we're questioning tonight. All right, let's get a BJP voice in right now. The BJP, of course, brings up 1984 every time 2002 is raked up. Let's go to Jainarayan Vyas on this. And the BJP definitely says that Narendra Modi has been cleared by the court. So is the Congress questioning the courts of the country? But the fact is that the SIT report has been upheld only by a lower court. So technically, Rahul Gandhi may be right in saying that this is a pending judicial process. What would you say to that?
Well, I would simply say that it is funny to classify the courts according to the seniority. This is not a government's official hierarchy where you say class 1 officer, class 2 officer, class 3 officers. Court is a court.
No, but that's how the judicial system works.
It is only, understand, it is only if you are not satisfied by the verdict given by the court, you have recourse to move to the higher court. That does not mean that you can say that lower court has no consequence or that lower court has not done it.
No, the lower court has consequence, Mr. Vyas. But if Rahul Gandhi says that there is a pending judicial process, he is not wrong either.
If someone is not satisfied, then the recourse available for appeal is to the higher court. That's all. You can't classify the court.
So then Rahul Gandhi is not wrong, Mr. Vyas. Then Rahul Gandhi is not wrong. Mr. Vyas, then Rahul Gandhi is not wrong when he says there is a pending judicial process. So there is a pending judicial process, and the BJP cannot come out and say that the courts have totally cleared Mr. Narendra Modi in the 2002 riots.
You can say there is a pending judicial process when the government or when the CBI themselves has preferred that no, we are not satisfied and we want the higher up courts to take this to trial and do justice to whatever we have said. That is not the case.
Yeah.
These are some NGOs.
Right. Ami Yagnik, I'll come to you in a bit.
Mr. Jainarayan Vyas, the question is...
Here is a victim who is going... Here is a victim who has the choice of going to a higher court and definitely to a sessions court or a high court and further up to the Supreme Court. You cannot say that there is a clean sheet because the Honorable Apex Court has appointed the SIT. Let us not forget that there is credible evidence by Raju Ramchandran, who is again appointed by the Honorable Apex Court.
Raju Ramchandran has not said anything. You don't intervene me. You don't intervene me. It is not there. Read Raju Ramchandran's remarks. Raju Ramchandran has upheld the SIT report as it has come. What are you talking? You are telling something
But it is
wrong.
also, as the amicus,
Absolutely wrong.
Jainarayan Vyas, as the amicus, he's also raised several questions.
Has upheld the SIT report.
He's also raised several questions, Mr. Jainarayan Vyas. Raju Ramachandran has raised several questions on the report of the SIT.
What he has additionally said, that since Mr. Bhatt raised some points, these points be looked into. That's all. That is what Raju Ramchandran has said. Raju Ramchandran has
So that Mr. Jainarayan Vyas, does that tantamount to a clean chit?
No.
Yes,
The fact is that some aspects of the SIT still need to be looked into.
Raju Ramchandran has not picked hole into SIT's reports. Raju Ramchandran has endorsed SIT report. Only Raju Ramchandran has said that if there is a representation that has come from a police officer named Mr. Bhatt, the issues raised by him be looked into. That's all. That is what he has said.
There is a counter to that, Mr. Vyas. I'll come back to you. Navika, we'll just get Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao also in. He's been raising his hands quite often. Yes, GVL, you had a point to make there.
You see, it is the investigation was done by the SIT
which was appointed by the Supreme Court. So the evidence that was used by the lower court to come up with the clean sheet that Mr. Vyas is talking about is based on the investigation done by SIT, which was constituted by the Supreme Court. So there cannot be a completely different kind of conclusions by any higher court. So I think it's a fallacy. They've been somehow trying to keep this issue burning to personally target Mr. Narendra Modi, whereas there is absolutely nothing from the beginning.
Now,
they have used this
now that we have heard your point of view,
Now that order of the magistrate can definitely be challenged in the higher court. I think Mr. Narasimhan should know what is the hierarchy of the legal system.
That can be not the issue. No.
Not just that, Mr. Jayanarayan Vyas and Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, I'm just going to read out points where the amicus curiae Raju Ramchandran differed with the SIT. Contrary to what Mr. Vyas claims, he has said here, and I'm reading this out, he pointed out the SIT had chosen to believe words of senior officers despite acknowledging in its preliminary report that they could not be relied upon. So he does differ to a lot of the observations of the SIT. You can't just carte blanche and overall cover up and say the amicus curiae agreed with the SIT.
Amicus curiae has absolutely agreed with the SIT.
No, but there are differences that have been presented, and those differences are on record. And it is these credible experts that Rahul Gandhi spoke of. He was referring to the amicus curiae.
What amicus curiae has additionally said is that since there is a representation from Mr. Bhatt, a police officer, the issues raised by him be looked into. It's fair. What is wrong in it?
You are only highlighting.
He is proved to be a Congress conspirator. There is prosecutable evidence against the chief minister's role and the other officers.
No, but
Sanjeev Bhatt is a Congress operator. So obviously that's not something that will be taken seriously either by the people or by the investigators. SIT worked.
Let's get in Mr. Kamal Farooqui. Mr. Kamal Farooqui, every time the Congress brings up 2002, the BJP brings up 1984. Is this the way to look at riot versus riot politics in this country? Because the question really is that when it comes to other parties involved in riots, for example, the Samajwadi Party's involvement in the Muzaffarnagar riots, where so many people lost their lives, the Congress still goes and supports the Samajwadi Party. There is absolutely no contradiction that comes in from the Congress Party. On the other hand, the Samajwadi Party has a fixed match with the Congress, does not field candidates in Amethi and Raebareli. What do you think about differential approach of political parties when it comes to the handling of riots?
It's very sorry, but I may kindly be allowed to raise certain issues. Number one, to my friends in the BJP, is it true that Mr. Modi has been given a clean sheet? Can they say it authoritatively? Is it not true that, as you very rightly said, that Ramachandran has raised certain very basic issues about the SIT which was appointed by Supreme Court?
No, not the list. Not the list. He has not raised any issue.
Please allow me. When you were talking, I was keeping quiet. Please allow me. And when SIT was appointed, yes, SIT was appointed by Supreme Court because the cases were not doing the way it should have been gone in Gujarat. SIT was appointed, but the ultimate right of Zakia Jafri is there, and she had protested to file the report, and she protested that the case cannot be closed. How can you say that it's a clean sheet? Even Mr. Sharad Pawar has been time and again saying that it's a clean sheet. Where's the clean sheet? Can somebody say that it is a clean sheet? Number one. Number two is that here is a case of, there are three different cases which you said, Narsa. One is 1984, then 2002, then 2013. All these three cases must be understood properly. As far as 1984 is concerned, I'm not having any briefing for the Congress, but yes, there has been a clear-cut apology and there has been some redressal.
Is that apology enough, Mr. Farooqui?
But where's the action?
Mr. Farooqui,
is the apology enough, Mr. Kamal
2,000 lives lost, Mr. Farooqui. You are so well versed about all the aspects of 2002.
Yes, it is not enough. So please Please, it is not enough, but at the same time, please understand that Mr. Modi was the chief minister under whom the whole thing has happened, and
So it was a
his
Congress-led
officers
government in
more
the
than a
center.
dozen
And it was right at the heart of the
Prime
nation's
Minister
capital
when
where it
the
happened.
riots took place in Delhi in
There were ministers who are
1984.
criminally, they have been criminally charged, they have been on bail, and they are still in the
There have been more prosecutions and there have been more charges as far as the 2002 riots cases are concerned than what has happened in 1984, Mr. Farooqi. How can you bat for the Congress if you're so well versed about the cases and the facts of 2002? Don't you know the realities of 1984? How many committees have been set? 20 committees have been set. The 2000 Nanavati Commission also indicted a lot of people. What did the government do about it? What did the Congress do about its leaders?
Cases are going on, and nobody is saying that the Congress people were not responsible for it. Yes, they themselves were responsible.
So if you can bat for the Congress and if you can ally with the Congress, why are you pointing fingers only at the BJP? Why aren't you pointing fingers back at the Congress and saying, bring those people to book and then we will work with you?
And 2013, I'm very clearly saying that as far as Mr. Mulayam Singh is concerned, he is equally responsible for all. And it is the fixed match not between Congress and Samajwadi, rather Samajwadi and the BJP. There is a fixed match.